Hey, this is Ryan from Web Eminence. Advertising in Google Ads, formerly known as AdWords, is a great way to grow your business. I've used it over the last 6 years myself to grow my business, and it's been responsible for probably about 90% of my growth. Many business owners look for agencies and managers to manage their Google Ads accounts, which is a smart move in my opinion considering how complex and competitive Google Ads has become in recent years. I offer Google Ads management myself and I'm currently managing accounts for over 30 clients. In this video, I want to show you the landscape of pay-per-click management, including the pricing that is offered by different companies and what you should expect in terms of reporting. So most people who are searching for help with their Google Ads account typically are going to search something like Google Ads Agency, Google Ads Manager. A lot of people are still using the AdWords search, even though it's not called that anymore, and even some of the big name advertisers like Logical Position still calling it AdWords, even though it changed to Google Ads officially a few months ago. It's currently October 2018. So what I'm going to do is go through some of the sites for the popular agencies that I see often. And I pulled up a few of them, and I'm going to go through them and just show you what they offer in terms of pricing. The first one is Logical Position. I've run into this company often, and I'm currently working with a client who's in the process of switching from them. Seems like he's getting okay service and is happy with his results, but thinks he can do better, and he wants to lower his cost. So Logical Position gives you pricing up front, which is nice. A lot of companies don't do that, and I'll show you an example of that. But they have what's called a starter plan, which covers spend of $500 to $3,000, and it's $500, $499 a month for a management fee. So if we do the math on that, that's $500 out of $3,000 total spend would be about 16%. So that is 16% on the high end. And then if you're on the low end, $500. If you go to the standard plan and you're spending $3,000 to $6,000, then your management fee changes. So then it is 16% on the low end if you're spending $3,000, and then if you're spending $6,000, that would be 10% management fee, because it's basically $600 on a $6,000 spend. So on the standard plan, you're going to be ranging from 10% management fees to 16% management fee. And then if you move up to their premier level plan, which is spending $6,000 and up, you're just going to be spending 10% management fee. So just looking through here what they offer in this plan, it is on multiple platforms: Google Ads, Bing Ads. My experience is Google Ads is probably going to be 100% of your spend or more. Most of my clients are not getting good results in Bing Ads lately. They do review calls monthly. You get account access, so that means you can access your Google Ads account. And no matter who you're using to manage your account, you should always have access to your Google Ads account. If you don't have access, that is an issue because if you leave that company, you're not going to have your ads account. And I think it actually goes against Google's policies for agencies. So they do include reporting on these two plans. They call this reporting advanced reporting when you get to the premier level. I can actually show you an example of the report at the end of the video. Includes Google Analytics setup, goal settings, call and conversion tracking, and remarketing, all standard stuff you should get with any Google Ads management agency, but some charge extra, as we'll see. Now this is for national. They do have a lower plan called local. I'm not sure what the difference is, except that they probably just allow you to target a smaller area on these plans. So it starts at $400, and then national would be if you're targeting, the entire country, US in this case. Then they have some e-commerce plans that are a little bit more expensive. Most people are probably going to be using local or national. The setup fees start at $650 to $1,100, and they are running a $300 off discount right now with a 6-month agreement. So that's logicalposition.com. So if I go back to the search, another one I pulled up was Hawk SEM, which is a popular company. Shows up a lot when you search it's a bigger digital marketing agency. They work with some of these big companies, so their site is impressive. So if you're a small business, right away you're probably thinking they're too expensive for you, and I would kind of agree because they don't show their pricing, and they send you right to this page, which seems like poor marketing in my opinion, because they just send you to their homepage when you click on their ad, and there's a bunch of stuff that looks impressive, but there's no way to really contact them unless you scroll all the way to the bottom and click free consultation. So to me, that's not a great connection between someone searching for pay-per-click management to land them on your homepage. So if they're doing that for themselves, they might not do much better for you. I did find this pay-per-click management page, which I was hoping would give more information, but it's got about 200 words, so pretty boring and not very useful. So if you were to want to work with them, you'd have to do a free consultation. I'm guessing they're more expensive than these prices I showed you with Logical Position, or maybe in line with them. This other one I found is not as big of is a smaller company, and I've never seen them before, but they are advertising right now. And again, they haven't bothered to update their page to say Google Ads rather than AdWords. Their pricing is lower, $99 plus 10%. So they are using my fee structure, just at a higher cost. So if we do the math on that, if you were to spend $1,000, your fee would then be 10% of that, which is $100 plus 99. So 199 divided by 1,000 is about 20%. So it's pretty high cost for someone spending $1,000. If you were to spend $5,000, that would be what, $599 divided by 5,000 means you're spending about 12%. So your percentage fee does go down because they start with this flat rate, but it's always going to be above 10%, and it's going to move closer to 10% the higher your spend gets. So 10% is the minimum with this company. Their setup fee is pretty low at $100, but I noticed they nickel and dime you on all this stuff. If you want to set up remarketing, it's a $200 setup fee, $50 monthly. Display ads are $300 one time, $50 monthly. Call conversion tracking, which I think any agency should set up for free, is a $400 setup fee, $50 a month. Looks like they might be using CallRail, which has some costs associated with it. Other services, conversion tracking on a form fill, Google Analytics linking, are both $100 one-time fee, which again I think should just be included. So this monthly cost is similar to what you'd get from a larger agency. A setup fee is low, but they do have all these additional fees. So you're going to be at 10% plus, probably between 10 or 20% with a company like this. It's a smaller company, so again, I don't know their capabilities or how good they are with Google AdWords, just kind of giving you an idea of the pricing that's out there. Another company that showed up at the bottom was Rank Media Agency. I'm not clicking on these ads so that I don't cost these advertisers money, but I am trying to find their landing pages. This company lands you on this page, which again, it just seems like really poor marketing because I'm trying to find some info on pricing, can't find it. It's just a bunch of text about Google AdWords. Again, they haven't updated it to the new brand of Google Ads, and they're just kind of throwing all this info at you, which most people probably already know if they're researching. Doesn't really tell you much about their management, and you could find their phone number, and then this tiny button over here says talk to an expert. So not real strong marketing in my opinion. So if I were researching this, I wouldn't want to use this company because they don't even seem to be doing a good job on their own campaign in terms of the landing page. So that's a quick look at what's out there in terms of current advertisers. In terms of the ones who show their pricing, it does seem like you're going to be spending usually 10% minimum and up to 20% depending on your spend. So I want to show you my page and my pricing. I'm not necessarily trying to be lower priced than anyone else. I just tried to set my price, to make it make sense for my business and make sense for my clients to work with me long term. I think spending 10 to 20% on advertising management is gonna not work for a lot of businesses. So I tried to make it work at a lower cost, and I have done that for many clients. So I have a $495 startup fee, and then my ongoing management fee is $79 plus 5%. So if you scroll down my page here, and you can find this at webeminence.com/PPC. I have this little chart here. It just gives you an idea of what you would be spending at these different spend levels. So if you were $300 a month, you're going to have a high percentage fee, and that's going to be typical across the industry. 31% because I have $79 plus 5%. But as you move up, it just goes closer and closer to 5%. So someone spending $1,500 a month is going to be around 10%, and then $5,000 a month, you're going to be around 6.5%, and then someone spending $10,000 a month is going to be at 5%, because I do have a $500 max for management fee per month. Another important thing that I offer that I've never seen in the industry is bi-monthly and quarterly reporting. So this actually means instead of billing you and doing a report every month, I do it 6 times a month or 4 times a month. The reason I do this is I don't think every account needs to be managed and looked at and billed 12 times a year or every 30 days forever. A lot of my accounts get to the point where we move more into a maintenance mode where the client still wants me to look at their account, but I don't need to be billing them every month. So it's a way to continue to work together, but to lower their costs. A lot of companies aren't going to do this because they want to keep their revenue up and they don't want to drop, their revenue. So they're not going to offer that to you. Just to give you an idea of what that would mean in terms of the total cost, I have this spreadsheet that I share with my clients. So most of my clients are going to start off, pretty much all my clients are going to start off on monthly billing, and then they're going to stick with that usually for 6 to 12 months until I make a recommendation to move from that. So if you're spending $2,000 a month with me, you're going to have the base fee plus 5%. So your yearly cost over 12 months, 12 payments is going to be about $2,148, which is going to come to close to 9%. So if I were to recommend at that point, after 6 to 12 months that we move to bi-monthly, then your cost would go down to $1,300 or $1,374, and it would go down to under 6%. And that would mean that I'm only going to be reporting on your account every 60 days and billing you, 6 times a year, every 60 days. I'm still going to be managing your account. I can do, work in your account whenever needed, but I'm only going to bill and do a report every 60 days. I don't usually move to quarterly, but that's an option as well with clients, and that would lower your cost in this case to around $1,100 and under 5%. So I mentioned that I'd share a report from one of the larger agencies with you. I got this from a client who just shared it with me because he's using Logical Position and he is in the process of switching probably soon. But their reports are automatically generated, as you can tell from this messy name that's up here. So they're probably using some reporting platform that just spits this out. Actually, it emails to their client automatically. So they're not really doing any work on the report. Still says Google AdWords. They should update that to Google Ads. So I'll just scroll through here quick. You could get all this information just from logging into your Google Ads account, and it would probably look better than their report looks. There's nothing too impressive about this, and it's only 7 pages, a list of campaigns and ad groups, ads, and then the top 10 keywords. So it's nice to get a report by email, but again, it's not that impressive. This client could just log in to their Google Ads account and get some nicer info that they can kind of manipulate and change right on the overview page, which is basically the same information, and as you can tell, a lot better looking visually. They could just click around in campaigns and ad groups and see all their information with more stats. So these automatically generated reports from some of these big agencies don't impress me much, and I think they're pretty disappointing. So if you're paying 10%, 20% for management, and this is all you're getting from your management agency in terms of report, I would demand more, or look elsewhere. Just to give you an idea of what my reports look like, here's a PDF I sent to a client recently. A lot of this is automatically generated, but I'm actually working on these reports and emailing them manually. So some of this is automatically generated. It actually shows the up and down change from last month. So this is just a general performance page. And I break it down from search network to display network for clients who are using both. And then there's just some graphs, pie charts, 12-month performance. Some of the same type of info you could get in Google Ads account, but I actually tried to format it in a way that's useful to the client and gives you more information readily available in one PDF than you could get from looking in Google Ads. So once you get through the stats that are automatically generated, I do include some nice data on conversions, including the conversions versus the cost per conversion by campaign. Then at the bottom, I calculate the management fee. I have notes and observations that are just general things that I'm seeing that I want to communicate to myself for the future and to you. I have routine monthly maintenance that I go through. So this doesn't change every month. It's just a reminder to myself and to you of the work that I'm doing every month. The colored text in here are specific things that I'm doing that month. This section is other work that I'm completing that month. And then I have suggestions and a task list for myself for the future. So that's just a quick overview of my reports, and should help you understand and kind of measure the reports that you're getting from your agency. So I'm not trying to badmouth any of these agencies, but just want to show you what the landscape is out there for pricing. And the truth is, what I've heard from clients who switched over to me is many of them are not getting great service from these larger agencies and are kind of looking around to switch. But I would love to hear from you in the comments if you're working with an agency currently. Let people know what your experience has been, what percentage cost are you paying for management, and then if you have any questions about searching for Google Ads management or managing it yourself, feel free to comment below, ask questions. Check out some of my other videos on Google Ads. They're going to help you out if you're managing your ads account on your own. If you're interested in working with me to have me manage your account and lower your costs or just improve your service, get better reporting, feel free to contact me. Go to that page, webeminence.com/PPC. You can read through a description of my service, what I offer, and then at the bottom there is a form you can fill out, and I'll do some analysis for you on your account and see if I can help you out. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to check out some of those other Google Ads videos. I'll link to one at the end of this video, and we'll see you there.